be a toll booth coming up.
You can still set the bracket. It's fine. Let's just leave it like that. You can fix it later.
Can they see a little bit of the hood for a reference point?
Yeah.
Something's happening up here. Yeah.
Reduce speed ahead.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Even if nobody's here live, you might be watching it afterwards. We left home. We're heading south to deliver this truck to Veracruz. Right now, we're heading to Mazatlan, but I'm gonna need fuel before that. Okay, 101 again. Sorry there's so much sun in front, but we're heading into the sun, so this is our third toll booth already.
And the image.
You can still see the...
Yeah, I know, but it's... I can't really... From this angle, I can't really move it that
Are you
well.
sure it's not upside down? That should be backwards? This should be up here and the camera should be down?
I'm not gonna move it right now.
I can stop over here.
Well, if you want to stop, that'd be nice. Unfinished project is here.
Hello, Unfinished Project. We're just paying a toll here.
Yeah.
Buenos dias. Gracias. Okay, we're gonna stop here and switch the mount around so you're not looking at the mount.
Yeah, I was trying to do it on the go, but the seatbelt is very restricted.
Yes. Exclusivo blue, which means probably handicraft. So,
Yeah.
chemtrails. I'm not looking that high up in the sky. I've got my visor down to block the sun, and I'm looking down at the ground because there's so many potholes. It's like this is an obstacle course here. So that's what we have to do. Excuse the hand.
I can't see. No. That's
You
not
take it off the windshield and turn it around.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Please excuse all the moving around.
And the noise.
Danny Boyd missed 3 minutes. Yes, you did, Dan. But we've been on the road for 184 kilometers already. Didn't make any sense to put it on when it was a little bit dark, and then we had to fuel up. Like that?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay. We're looking at the sky.
I know.
Yeah, so I thought I was being really smart, and I was gonna drive through town, and there's 2 gas stations at the entrance and the exit of where I was getting on the highway. Thought I was gonna be smart. I had a quarter of a tank left. I'm gonna fill up there so I can only get highway mileage. I'm gonna check my mileage, only highway mileage, not driving through town. But what do you know? Both gas stations were closed.
How about now?
You're seeing most of the hood. You got to point it up, and you're pointing out to the side.
I know I'm pointing out to the side.
Yeah, it's going that way.
Okay.
Yes, it's 7:56 now, if you can believe the clock in the truck. It's almost 8 o'clock.
No. Glasses.
Oh yeah. We hope to get to Guadalajara at a decent time so we can eat and then go right to sleep. We have another day of driving tomorrow. But the speed sensor was replaced in this truck from the problem I had last time, and the speedometer needle is not bouncing around. The truck's more responsive. So have a Mexican Coke chilling in the fridge for Dennis's video. That's cool. I thought you did Mexican Coke for Steve. No, save your Coke for Dennis. That should be all right. Although the sun really, put your seatbelt on. The sun really washes everything out. I'm not going to have any Mexican Coke until I get back home. And maybe not even then. I haven't been eating mine because of my throat. The more cold things I drink and eat, the longer it takes for my throat to heal.
Nice clear sky. Yeah, the windshield's not really clean. Like,
there's a lot of bugs on it.
yeah, but also
Smudges.
just touching the.
Come on, Chevy, get out of my way.
Touching the.
There we go. Back on the road again. We left our dash cam at home, so you guys are our dash cam. Forever recorded on YouTube.
Finish says, do you have seatbelt laws there?
Yes. I've been stopped in my 74 Dart for not having a seatbelt on. The guy came to the window, and he was a young guy. Guy came to the window, and I pointed down to my lap. I said, yeah, I have my seatbelt on. I told him this car didn't come with seatbelts from the factory. I had to install them. I installed the seatbelts front and rear because I never drive a car without seatbelts. Well, before I started this business, I didn't. We've had to, because Ford carryalls don't have seatbelts in them from the factory. Even up into the 80s, no seatbelts. So that was our third toll booth for the morning. I think there's a couple left, but I've got 5/8 of a tank. So in a little bit, I want to fill up to get us to Mazatlan. Then we're going to get off at Mazatlan. We're going to go into a Walmart there. And need to buy a few things there. There's the pain pills. There's, what else couldn't we, oh, the pretzels.
Dan says, I usually don't wear a seatbelt.
You should.
Barrow's Garage is here.
Hey, Barrows. Thanks for joining us. You get to see how, well, you can tell us how you like Mexico. The state that we're in is the state we live in. It's mostly agricultural here. And I hope you can hear me over all of the noises in the truck. Please let me know if you can. We're agricultural here. They grow corn, they grow tomatoes, all kinds of stuff here. Onions, I think, too. Just like it is kind of in your area. And at least in the area of Idaho I was living near. So we're heading towards Mazatlan right now. Actually, we're about 11 kilometers before Culiacan. I want to make sure we do not pass directly beside it.
That's an idea.
What?
I'm not sure if it's a good or bad idea, but it's an idea.
What?
Danny Boy says, people watching at Walmart, go live in Walmart, please.
So I just hold my phone like this?
Yeah, because you don't have a pocket. He doesn't have a pocket on his.
I don't.
So yeah, he will have to hold the phone. You want to go live with Walmart?
Well, I don't want to end the live, so, and I don't want to leave the phone in the truck.
I guess people watching at Walmart, we are.
Yeah. The gluten-free pretzels, a couple of things that we needed at our Walmart yesterday were sold out. So we're gonna see if this Walmart has it. But then we're gonna fill up and come right back around and get right back on the highway.
You're so far away.
I know. I didn't get to do my comparison of the Durango next to the Ram Charger, but people that say that this Ram Charger is just a Durango really get on my nerves. That's telling me they have no experience with either one of them, because the center console is probably 2.5 times wider than the center console in the Durango,
Yeah.
at the very least.
Dan says, remember that old site, people of Walmart?
Remember what?
That old site.
Old site?
On your website it is? People of Walmart?
No. I don't think I've ever seen it. But these are just regular people, Dan. They're not what you see over there with people in their pajamas.
There's a lot of tourists, but they are
Well,
usually
not too much anymore.
not business. Barracuda's here.
Hey, Barry, welcome.
They say, what's going on? It's 4:03 in the morning.
No, it's not. It's 8:03 in the morning. We're heading to deliver this truck. It's going to be a 3-day drive across Mexico, heading south. This is basically the same drive we did coming up here, just going backwards. And Mrs. Beck and I have not been on this side of the highway in a vehicle probably in 13 years, because we took my 74 Dart out to Mazatlan for a car show, and that was a pretty good weekend. I think we did it twice. That's a good highway car with a 318 under the hood. It did really well.
Barrow says, interesting that your freeways are divided with K-bar. Never seen that in the US.
Well, this is a highway. This is Highway 15 that cuts all the way down through Mexico.
I think it's 15D. Yeah, it's 15D.
Okay, well that's good. I think that's the one that takes us to Mazatlan.
Yeah.
Does not go directly past Culiacan and all of the bad people.
Brand new gas
This
station.
looks like a fuel station, but it is brand new, so not open yet. They don't even have the driveways put in. This truck is running better than it did on the way up here because we replaced the speed sensor on the transmission.
Dan says state highways, and then they say doubles.
Yeah, this is an interstate, if that's what you want to call it, because it goes through all of the different states. And basically there's a big city every 200 kilometers. So every 2 hours there's a big city. There's where we live, and then there's Culiacan, and then there's Mazatlan, and then 2 hours out, about a little over 2 hours after that is Tepic, and then after that is Guadalajara. If you drive faster, you can get there faster.
Are they Carapanos here?
Hey buddy, welcome. On the way up here, when I got up to 130 kilometers, which is where I am right now, the speedometer started bouncing. At the beginning, it started bouncing like down to 110, and then back up. And then later on, it would bounce down to 60 kilometers per hour, and then back up. And it would never tell me exactly how fast we were going. But we replaced the speed sensor on the transmission, and the speedometer is just as solid as can be. There's no bouncing, and the engine's more responsive. And what I learned, I looked up on the internet and YouTube and everything, and on the Ram trucks in the US, there's also a speed sensor on the rear end, but there is not on this truck. It has a different rear end than the Rams in the US. So it's the same but different. But I'm glad the speed sensor took care of that problem, because it's not going to leave me in limp mode anymore like it did before.
Barrow says, I see. Cool. How about the Dan says, it's my mother's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Boyd. Did he say mother?
Yeah,
Okay. Happy birthday, Mrs. Boyd.
Mrs. Madre.
Entonces, feliz cumpleaños
Mamá de Dan.
a la madre, a tu madre.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Reduce speed ahead.
Another toll booth.
Yeah.
They really want the money.
Dr. Go is here.
Hello, Dr. Go. I hope you enjoy the scenery. Toll booth after toll booth after toll booth. Okay, that's the peaje. Peaje. Just give it a regular name, huh?
That's a regular
And
name.
this is only 50 or 90?
I'm gonna give you.
No, it has to be 90 because the bus is 83.
I'm gonna give you 100.
Hope you're collecting all the change because I need it.
No, I'm throwing it away.
Oh, good. That helps. Buenos días. Very talkative. Gracias.
It was 50. I
Why
won.
am I remembering toll booths that were 200 and something on this track? Oh, there's two National Guard cars there. Solid lights on. Maybe the flashers went out. They're pulling over to the left. They're not turning around though.
Dr. Go says, you sound a little better, Mrs. Beck. Hope Mrs. Beck is well. Also,
I am feeling better, Dr. Go. There's this lingering cough because of the position that I'm sitting in, but I have been able to sleep when I'm able to sleep. Mrs. Beck has had more problems sleeping, so she's really tired right now.
yeah. I'm tired and slightly nauseous, but that's about it with me right now.
Did you take a Dramamine? That'll take care of that.
Not a Dramamine, but it took,
The Dramamine, that's what Dramamine is for.
I want to take one. Midwest US Highway have both the concrete barriers and also the cable barriers that stop vehicles from crossing over, but do damage.
Yep. It'll do a lot of damage. Buff found that out. They probably saved his life though.
Dan says more doubles. Phantom doubles? Double the roundhouse. I don't think it's an roundhouse. Dr. Bell says I have green drive through Illinois, so I'm used to paying tolls, but I don't live there.
We choose to use the toll roads because the advantage is with the receipt that they give us, if the truck breaks down or something happens, they'll send a truck out to help us free of charge.
Yeah.
And not that they're better, they're better maintained because there's potholes everywhere, but it's just for that. And it's the most direct route because there is a route that you can take without paying tolls to Culiacan, but it takes you around through other tiny little towns and then brings you in the back way into the town. And I'd just rather take this straight down, pay whatever the tolls are. We were gonna get one of those passes, but I'm thinking about it, and I know they're like in a year they're gonna mandatory go to that, but I don't really trust them. See, if I put the 2,500 pesos for all the tolls we need to get to get to Guadalajara on that, and then one of the toll booths doesn't have internet, we have to pay in cash anyway, and I don't know if you can get the money back out of that card. So if the whole system goes down, or you know, people take over the toll booths and we have to pay cash anyway to get through, we need to have cash on us. So it's like paying the tolls twice. Does that make sense?
Dan says tolls, speed trolls, and then it says, I think it says Easy Pass. Yeah, something like that.
Easy Pass is over there, yeah. The ones I don't like is like you pay 400 pesos and 20 minutes later, you have to pay another 200 pesos. Where did all that money go? But we passed a little pickup a little ways back, which I thought was a construction truck, and that was the truck, you know, to help. So it is out here.
Yeah.
This morning. How's the image on the live? Is it washed out because of the sun?
Yeah.
Tell us if you guys want us to adjust the camera at all. We steer away from the sun and then we steer right back into the sun. I'm glad this truck has thick A-pillars because I put the sun behind the A-pillar for right now and it's fine. Whoops. This little stretch hasn't been too bad for potholes, but we hit a really big one back there with the right tires, and it was on a curve, so there was no way I could pull the wheel to go either direction. I just had to hit it. It was at the apex of the curve, and something like that could pop a tire.
Yeah.
Luckily, we have, you know, big, good tires on this thing. I think they're 8-ply tires or 10-ply tires. Look, an empty transport truck. Why didn't you tell us you were empty? We could have sent this with you. We could have flown down.
Dan says, maybe I'll walk out shorts and no shirt and grab the newspaper.
Are you trying to say it's cold out there, Dan? If you guys are in cold weather, I'm not going to tell you what it's supposed to get up to today here. You can pretty much see that it's clear, sunny, plants are growing, everything's green. Some things are too green, like those big trees there that just grow like crazy. Upsy daisy, downsy daisy.
Stop.
Reset the miles per gallon average, and I got it up to 22 in the first leg, but we're at 19.1 now, which I still don't think is too bad for a 5.9 liter Magnum pulling this weight on the highway. Can you guys tell the hood was painted? Basically the whole truck was painted last week. When we drove up, you could see the paint was peeling off the hood and big splotches of primer. Basically the whole truck was painted last week. Okay, there's the Culiacan exit right there. So now we're going straight to Mazatlan. So I'm going to be looking for a gas station. Oh no. This isn't the commercial area. Culiacan, is it?
A little bit.
This is a military. No, I'm going to the next gas station. Of course, this isn't a gas station. Another toll booth in a kilometer?
Yes.
For us or for the...
For us.
Wow. They're really milking it. I think this one's going to be more expensive.
Barracuda says, what time is sunrise there? Sunrise is around
It came up a little bit before 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 6:30. With the 6:30 and 6:50. Dan
Oh,
says,
no.
what?
It says the next gas station's at 178 kilometers. There's no gas stations out here at all?
I don't know, it's doubles.
I only have a half a tank. Well, we're gonna cut over to the other one then. The one on that side and then cut back over. That can't be right. That's gonna put us into Mazatlan.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be right.
No.
These fire guys. What happened?
I don't know. Dan says it's about.
Oh shit! This is for the.
Dan is about to walk outside in 20 Fahrenheit weather to get the paper.
Which is cash.
Whichever is it? Is it 2 and 4?
I don't know. This one says the thing up there. 218.
You're kicking us out to this line, so we're on the right line, on the correct line.
I don't know. That one's closed. So if this is the only one open, they better take cash here. That says, oh, it says multi-tag.
Yeah, because there's more than one tab.
Got the money?
I had the wallet.
It's 218. This one just pulled in and it's closed. VUE on the license plate in front. How Saturn spelled view on their little on their little SUV. Is this guy slow? Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Gracias. I knew that one was going to be more expensive.
That is upset.
Why?
I don't know. Let me check.
I know there's a fuel station on the other side.
Dances, and it's effing snowing out there again.
Ugh.
Going to have to shovel today again.
You only have to shovel if you go somewhere, right? Let's see how many potholes this stretch has.
That hill was yucky, by the way.
What?
That hill was yucky.
Yeah. In the gel.
Yeah.
So I keep learning the same lesson. Put in fuel when you can. I can't believe there's no fuel stations for 178 kilometers. That's going to be like, we're going to be on empty. That's 400 kilometers on one tank.
It's 177 to
I've got a little over a half a tank. We've gone 222 on the first half, but the second half goes faster than the first half. That always happens. station down here, or was it that one? It wasn't that one. It wasn't after a toll booth. Remember when we stopped to try to film a little thing on the Fairmont? I did a little walk around that I wanted to record me driving away, but the file was corrupt or something. That's what every YouTuber does. They record the driving away, and then the next scene is the camera's back in the car somehow. Why is the left lane worse than the right lane?
Then says Ohio roads.
So we share the same thing, man. We just pay for the pleasure of driving over them. Carrier went through the toll booth at the end lane. That wasn't even a lane. They had no little thing for anybody to stand in. So they didn't even pay anything.
Maybe they have the sticker.
Yeah, but that wasn't a lane to charge anyway. This one. Shortly after we left home, the sun had come up a little bit, and there was were they good guys or bad guys?
I'm gonna go with good guys.
I mean, me too, because they asked for our IDs. The truck has plates from another state, so they asked where we were coming from. We told them where we're going. We told them. He says, "Where are you from?" We both told him our town. And he says, "Do you have any ID with that address?" And we both whipped out our IDs and showed it to him. He looks at both of them, hands them back, and like didn't even say anything. He just walked away. Did he think we were lying? So that was the first time we were stopped. Let's see how many more times it happens on this trip. It did not look like official police vehicle sitting there with flashing lights. It was just a white pickup truck with red and blue lights on the hood by the windshield, on the outside of the windshield.
Then says just another civil servant.
Yeah, but if you ask them who they work for, they won't tell you. They won't tell you what department, they won't tell you state, federal, they won't tell you anything. We've asked. When we bought the other one like this on the way north, we got stopped in that same kind of area, and they were looking all through the truck. And we asked, like, you know, who do you work for? What department? What are you, police? No answers. You know, I'd like to know if they were police or they're military. You know, what are they? Because they're not wearing any kind of uniform, really. This guy wasn't covering his face though, like a lot of them do.
It was, because it was cold.
You could see his whole face. he had it down here on his throat, but he wasn't covering his face. We didn't have the camera up though. Ugh. Same thing happened when we brought the 82 carryall up. They stopped us, wanted to look through the whole vehicle. You're gonna pass me on the right? Whatever, keep up my speed. What are you? Honda HR-V. I used to know what those look like. Not anymore. Old Parquet wants one of these school buses. I'm not sure for what. To convert it to a camper, I think, for her family. Dubster was saying even at the surplus auctions for cities and states, those go for a lot of money, which I find very hard to believe because they're basically worn out buses. People are buying them and then getting halfway through a camper conversion and then trying to sell it for more than they have in it. I don't think that's how the market works. Stop that. You don't need to drive that fast, especially when there's no fuel stations. It does feel good at the higher speed though. However much 140 kilometers per hour is. Down to 120 now.
Dan says, school is for fools. You're full of bad advice, aren't you?
He's only talking about himself personally. Although, a lot of people that are in school do fall under that category. Dan, how much time does Dennis's video come on? 'Cause I'm sure you're in there on the premiere. You keep creeping up to 140.
Dan says, I can't solve the word jumble today.
Is it difficult or are you slow this morning?
Careful with the stones.
Yep. Get past him before he moves back over because of that one. Are you speeding, Gonzalez? Why are you in this lane? Yeah, it's getting over. Now I'm sandwiched between two big rigs.
Dan says, usually like half an hour or 20 minutes at least. If they yes. And then they say queso is the jumble word. Oh, queso? Like the YouTuber? He spelled it C-A-S-O-H.
I don't know what that word is.
What is
And my question is, what time does Dennis's premiere come on? Right now it's 8:30. Here.
That is not queso. No, there's a YouTuber that's named kind of like that, queso. I remember. Hold on, let me check.
Is there another truck in front of this one?
Yes.
That's the problem with the toll booths. It bunches everybody up. They're all doing 100.
The name of the YouTuber is Case. Oh,
Well,
but like together. Dean Stevenson is here.
good morning, Dean.
And they are singing.
You really need to move over and let me go.
Dan says Denny starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So that's 11 o'clock here. Is there another truck there?
Yes,
How far up?
pretty close.
There should be a fuel station around here on that side.
Here goes a motorcycle.
Motorcycle is inconsequential.
There's another truck.
This is getting. I've got some behind me. I've got this guy in front of me.
I think that's the last truck.
We're on a bridge, and it's not smooth. Thank you. Now all the big rigs back there are going to be jockeying for position. Who's going to pass who? Who's going to cut to the right? Yeah. So much greenery out here. Is that a rude thing to say?
Why?
Because they're all buried under white, except for Dean and Barry. I hope that sign was wrong. There is a gas station out here somewhere. It just doesn't make any sense for there not to be a fuel station for 178 kilometers.
That is working on Sudoku now.
Huh?
That is working on Sudoku now.
I've never been able to do that. Here we go. Cruise control works. It did not work the last time I drove this truck. I set the cruise control and the pedal went to the floor. That was probably because of the speed sensor was not reading correctly. maybe this will get me better fuel mileage, and we can actually get to Mazatlan without running out of fuel. Does it show a gas station anywhere? Even on that side? I really hate letting it get to near empty, and then I have to see a 2 in the first digit when I fill up. Putting 2,000 or 2,100 pesos in the truck. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a gas station in 20 kilometers on that side.
Okay. Alright, I hope there's a return.
It doesn't show on the system. But there is.
Well, tell me when it's a little bit before, and I'll be in the left lane, because maybe there's a crossway. Maybe they built something. I'll set it to exactly 120. That's at 120. What does yours say?
114.
It's still off. We're on flat road, and it's down to an 18.9 miles per gallon. Why? It was up at 22 for a while. Still on just flat. Saying anything?
Dan says Sudoku is written by Satanists because the 6s always solve out easily every day.
That is probably true. But you're the one buying it. Or doing it. White cars coming up behind me. Is he gonna pass me before I hit the back of this car? BioBest Mexico. And this would be a Chevrolet. Chevrolet what? Aveo. Chevrolet Aveo. Is that lane blocked off?
Oh, they're dimming the.
Figured they'd have to do that, cutting down some of the shrubbery, getting it out of here. People just need something to do. It's busy work. Ending up in Veracruz on Sunday. We will leave Guadalajara tomorrow morning and figure how far we want to drive during the day, see what city we want to stop in, and then finish the drive on Sunday. And we should be live for most of that. Has there been any problems with the signal?
Not so far.
We had problems through this area.
Yeah.
last time. What was that? A Volkswagen T-Cross? T-Cross. See, something like that to cross over to the gas station is what I need. Why are all these trucks going south empty? My transporter said they didn't have room on the truck for this. Come on, Speedy. Another Chevrolet something. Onyx. Chevrolet Onyx. That took over for the Cavalier. Basically the same. I think they were selling them both at the same time too. They stopped selling the Cavalier. You can't really tell one little Chevrolet from the other out here. But you guys don't have little cars like that, do you? Four-door sedans.
Oh, watch it.
I see what he's doing. He doesn't want to hit the meter. Obstacle course out here to try to avoid the potholes.
Dan says local salt now for crypto whip.
Not for what?
Crypto whip? I don't know what that is.
Bean, how are you doing today? Or is it early morning there?
Company says bacon, juice, and kiwi. What? In a very particular order.
The bacon, yes. The juice, yes. Never the kiwi. You don't have to eat it unfinished just because Dean's here and Barry. If you're gonna pass, pass. This is a little Ford Focus. Focus on the Ford. Broken down bus.
Looks like it.
Used to be a school bus. Now it's blue. Get over to the other side of one of these bridges. Some of them have a crossover.
We're almost at the gas station.
Like that one there. That's going to be the return. But maybe they figured that. Maybe they put a crossover there. I ain't trying to make it all the way to Arizona. All the way to Mazatlan. There's one right says that you have to hunt for a gasoline station. Gas station.
I don't know, but it should be up against.
Right where all those vehicles are. Is there any way to get over?
Is that a crossing right there like for the trees?
Yep. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Turn. Now turn. Wait.
No.
Big old truck. 24.89.
You wanted gas.
It's supposed to be 23.99. The president said so. All fuel stations. Why is this only diesel? It's gasoline over there.
Dan says worker transport. Complete Price says, is there income tax in Mexico?
There sure is. Plus, you pay 16% sales tax on everything you buy, including paying rent. Everything, every money, anything you spend, you have to pay 16% on that to the government. This is gonna be, I'm gonna say 1,150 pesos for the gas.
Believe in yourself is here.
Believe in yourself. Good morning. It's actually pretty warm out there, so.
Yeah.
Buenos días.
Sorry, I don't have my glasses. 1 minute. I'm so tired. I believe. Are you serious? Hey! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I apologize about yelling, especially right next to the microphone. I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Let's go over there.
Should I keep the camera off then?
No.
No, you're not gonna walk in front this time?
No.
Jesus.
$275.6. We got 165,312 total. This doesn't say anything.
What do you have to say for yourself, mister?
National Guard just sitting here pigging out. Okay. What?
I yell into all of their ears because of you. Anyway, Believe is here. And they said, remember, if you ever evade the police in the chase west, don't call them later to brag about it.
I didn't watch that video, but yeah, that seems pretty stupid.
Also, Caesar Trex is here.
Caesar, welcome.
And this is saludos from downtown LA.
Now I have to go back over to the other side.
Not over here?
Yep.
Over here?
And I want to get in front of all of those trucks.
Oh, Jesus.
This is not going to be easy. Let's go. Yes. I thought it was going to be 1,100 pesos. It was 964 for the fuel. So pretty good. What?
I felt like it.
What?
That's what.
There was a big green truck coming up on me.
I know. I mean, not that.
Oh. How much have you got on there?
I'm gonna hit you again.
What color shirt am I wearing, guys?
Stop.
That's a test. See if you saw it.
I don't think that. What are you doing? I don't think that saw it because he was doing his puzzles. He's saying that his crypto web is solved now.
Okay.
A finished project, on the other hand, says, good thing I was screen recording. I believe says, I've gotten much mileage from that title, so I thank Steve for it.
What title?
Oh, and British Play says that you're not allowed to pump your own fuel?
No. Well, they don't do anything if you do it, but they're all full service stations all over the country. But I like to finish it up and put a little bit extra in there and then make sure no gasoline gets on my brand new paint. So, yeah. I always do that, and my Durango is now, will be 27, I guess it just turned 26 years old, because it was first sold in November of 99. And you can't tell that any gasoline was ever put into that vehicle where the gas tank is, because I've never spilled gas on the paint before. Never.
So you always shake it 3 times before putting it away?
Always. Squeeze the last little bit out.
You got the chat excited about the sound of the truck.
About the what?
The sound of the truck.
Oh, good.
Liv says sounds good. Dan says yeah. Liv says about debating the police, then bragging about it. So that's what I'm saying. I've gotten much mileage from that title, so I think Steve for me.
Yeah. But I didn't watch the video. By the time I get back home, there's going to be lots of videos that I haven't watched. And I have to be very selective with how much time I have to watch them. I never miss Judge Judy, though. Even though the videos are from the 90s. I passed all the trucks again. Woohoo! The sun sure did rise in the sky quickly, didn't it?
Yep.
Only took 2 hours from the time it came up to the time it's above the windshield. It is getting a little warm in here.
Dan says queso was actually chaos. That makes more sense.
The roads that we're on now are, we basically know them even though we're usually coming the other way. But tomorrow, we're going to be on roads that we really don't know. So that's going to be interesting.
I was thinking about driving from Guadalajara to Ciudad de Mexico, the hotel.
No, I don't want to go down that far. I do not want to drive around Mexico if I can possibly avoid it. We're going around like this and then down into Veracruz.
Okay.
Because we could go to Puebla, we could go to Querétaro, we could go, there's all kinds of places we could go that is not Mexico City. The only advantage to that hotel is the price. Because the food sucks and there's no other food around there.
Fair.
And I have to figure when I'm looking at a vehicle there, I need to have a cutoff. Let's say a vehicle is 35 kilometers away from the hotel. Do we stay in that hotel and have them drive us out there? Or do we find a hotel closer to that vehicle? I don't know. I don't know if the cutoff would be 50 kilometers. You know.
Dan solved his jump over. Possible.
Good. Shouldn't have been that hard. It's not the Sunday paper. They put the really hard ones in the Sunday paper.
Why?
That's just what they do. The hard crossword puzzles. I never got into those. You have to know some really obscure words to solve a crossword puzzle.
Dan says time to run the paper upstairs to the lady who pays for it. She doesn't do the puzzles.
Do you live in an apartment, Dad? Or is she living in your house? Oh no,
Where?
it's bouncing again. Speedometer's bouncing again. And I thought everything was fixed. I bet if I turn off the truck and start it up again, it's gonna fix itself again. I'm not gonna try the cruise control. It'll go crazy.
Dan lives in a particular apartment.
Oh, okay. That's why you don't have much room for your vehicles. very cool out here.
That's not good for the phone.
But
But it's not cool.
like I said, I can turn the defroster on and it'll blow cool air. I see antenna up here.
Antenna?
There's an antenna right there on the dash. Didn't I throw it in the back? Does this thing have two antennas?
Huh?
There's an antenna right there.
I know it's there. I see it.
But there's also one making noise in the back.
Then headline says, Ohio depends on immigrants for growth. What it actually means is that Americans don't want to move to Ohio.
You're probably right.
Be right back. He's gonna go do something.
I have no idea how fast I'm going.
Pretty fast. 125.
What?
125.
Well, this is going down to 50.
Cemento por arroz blanco.
What?
Cemento por arroz blanco.
Rose black. I don't think we have any. Use my pretzels.
What is it with kiwi juice and bacon?
It was kiwi. It was eggs, bacon. No, it was bacon, juice, and kiwi.
Yeah, but now they didn't say kiwi, juice, and bacon. So what is it about that?
I have it all on the floor.
I think it says unfinished project started. Okay.
So he didn't say kiwi juice. He said juice and then kiwi.
I think they're mixing it up to see how many combinations they can have.
And air's coming out of the floggers there. So it should be bringing cool air onto the front. Stop smoking. I wanted to cross. I don't know what your problem is now. Just don't go into the rim loader. I'm gonna have to pull over and turn it off and turn it back on. The magic ignition switch is the fix it. See, I was all ready to tell Philip the speed sensor fixed it. Now it goes back to this. getting right back out, but
You getting hungry?
that's an issue. I want the pretzels. Which is something. Didn't have a chance to use the rear defogger today because it wasn't cool enough at night. We went out to load up the truck, and I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and turned the alarm off, or turned the sounds off on my phone, and it was 66 degrees at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't even have to put on a jacket or anything to go put everything out in the truck and get the truck started. And there was no condensation on the rear window for me to see if this button here works the rear defogger. So I still don't know if the one that says mirrors is connected to the rear, because there is no other button in here for the rear defogger.
Dan says someone was cooking a good smelling breakfast up there. And they said, I prefer my teas on fog. Dean says, if these Delaware guys keep feeding the kiwis, they will come.
Is it early morning there, Dean? And if so, why are you awake?
Dan says, drunk truck driver.
He's not drunk, he's avoiding the potholes on his side, which is the same thing I'm doing on my side. I just don't want to drive next to another vehicle to have the ability to move over or straddle the line or whatever I need to do to get through this obstacle course. The truck does drive really nice. Got plenty of power. Maybe I just damaged the speed sensor flooring it like that. I don't know. Shouldn't be that far out from Mazatlan. An hour maybe. Are we gonna take the live into the mall?
I don't know what they sell at the mall that it will be food, because we went to eat, we couldn't find anything.
We were looking for lunch though, but they have Carl's Jr. and stuff. I don't know if there's anything I can eat there.
The incident is 5:11 a.m.
Why are you awake? Do you ever sleep? Are you a vampire? Do you have a bed in your house?
Dean says, sure is, it's 19 minutes before Mrs. Ecstasy gets up for work. Dan says brunch time here.
At 5 o'clock in the morning?
No, Dan.
Oh, damn. Nobody has brunch on Fridays. Brunch is a Sunday thing. Just an excuse to charge you more. Can you guys hear me okay? Over all the road noise?
Dan says, I can either confirm Northern I'm expected. Dan says, it's 11:13 a.m. here. 2 more hours.
So you're in the Eastern time zone. Yeah. Another fuel station with nothing on this side. It was $9.64 with the higher price. So it would have been less if they stuck to the mandate. These slow vehicles getting on. Why is the right lane in better condition when it's the one that the trucks all use? It doesn't make any sense.
Then he answered your question to sound, but we need Mark to affirm the sound check.
Mark's not, unfortunately.
Dean says he always lies. No, they sound bad. Dean says, what do you call a seagull that flies over the bay? A bagel.
What?
A bagel.
I'm shaking my head, believe.
Dean says, where's yesterday where you are, Dan? That's the problem. Dan says, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. I think that's the line. Obstacle course.
I think it's we got the circle.
Why does it seem I'm passing the same truck over and over again?
I don't know, when you make me nauseous because you keep doing it.
They all have that same tail light. Sorry, I want to stay in the right lane because it's better. They're moving much slower. Oops, bye-bye. We still have signal?
I think so, yeah.
We lost the signal here for sure last time. Hey guys, tell us if we lose the signal.
Sure.
I think what we're gonna do is when we get to Walmart, we're gonna end this stream, and then we'll pick it up again when we leave Mazatlan. I think that's best.
But then we're going to have people watching.
Dan seems to be busy with other things. But I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera and do what I need to do in Walmart. Camry. I don't even recognize a Camry anymore.
Dean says you can count on it because it makes it big.
Count on what?
I don't know.
What can I count on, Dean? Now this side is better. stations on this side of the highway. Like we know where they are on the other side. Is that even open?
That's not a gas station.
I didn't say it was. Let's check for fruit. Get any message back from my side? It's like military on the other side.
No.
Like, you have an empty one on your phone, right?
Okay, what?
I sent you the form.
Yes.
What's up? So the hotel in Guadalajara has a computer upstairs. Would there be any way we can get it on there so you can fill it out again
Maybe.
and somehow get it back onto your phone to send it to her? I was very clear yesterday. Check everything right now. We're not going to be here tomorrow. You still have signal?
Yeah.
Something was jamming it that last time. Because with these mountains, we shouldn't have signal naturally. Coast downhill, get some gas mileage back. To get past this lay truck. this and probably everything else. It was taking more US dollars to buy the cars here for the clients and for the repairs and everything else. So how many are still here? Did everybody drop off? Because we're not saying anything.
They're talking to each other. There's 6 people.
Everybody else is at work. Today's Friday.
Dean and Dan are talking to each other.
Dean and Dan?
Yeah.
That's like a comedy duo. Dean and Dan. Dean and Dan of the internet. Although it should be Dan and Dean alphabetically. You guys want to know how warm it is here? I'll be nice and ask first. Does anybody want to know?
And then something else that finished this name is that pronounced hives or hives. It's a finished project. Usually Dan is the workahol guy. And
Yes,
that's
yes.
his hives to be exact. He says I have an accent, so the later finished project. As expected, how hot is there?
77 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And in our town, it's supposed to be over 90 degrees today. But we're not there, so. We just passed a fuel station, a gas station, that hasn't opened yet. So it's just teasing. Why is that little car have a commercial plate on it? Delivery service or something? We usually don't do that. I don't know how fast I'm going. Let's put Hummer down to 40.
Dan says row house. Dan says I wonder if they have Buck Owens on the jukebox in that little row house.
I doubt it. If they do have one of its songs, it was stolen and sung in Spanish.
Dan says cervezas and Buck.
Paying no royalties.
And then they
I'm not
said-
sure I would walk into a place like that.
And then they say Dean, it's so hot that the bugs on the windscreen are sunburned.
Melted. They're melted. I don't remember any gas stations between the highway and the other Ram Charger we brought down had a lift kit on it. On this type of road right here, it would be bouncing all over the place. I was not comfortable in that truck at all. This one's more down to earth. I don't like lifted vehicles. try. Why are you lifting anything? Remember how much we paid for that one?
For that one? What do you mean?
The Red's truck.
100?
100 even?
Yep.
It's weird how all the car companies in the U.S. is nobody wants cars anymore. Everybody wants an SUV, and every manufacturer here sells these little 4-door sedans, and they sell the crap out of them. And a lot of them come in manuals. Most of them are available in a manual. Horrible here. Both sides. Both lanes. This is a Honda something coming up on my left. I can't tell the difference between a Civic and an Accord anymore. That's a Civic. The toll booth.
Yeah. No? Not yet. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what they're doing, but we all have to be here.
Apparently. I hope that driver has brakes.
There's flashing lights up there, so they're gonna check under our hood. Those look like real cop cars. We'll see.
Dean says the Bucks are never beaten in the end. They always go head first, even at 85. The Bucks thinks they're Bucks. It's a screening of Newtonian physics. And Dan says I prefer Oldtonian physics. And Dean says just like dropping a cat, one story. Dan says I can only afford use Estonian physics. Dean says one thing I've learned: never mess with the Rosicrucians. Dan says no, they killed them. I don't know what it is. They're entertaining themselves.
V drive. It says V drive on the back of that. What is it? Versa. That means it has a stick shift in it. It's coming up the floor and up there. But I don't think either of us want to blowing on this. This is a National Guard officer. Buenos días. Okay. We are not the droids they are looking for. I'm gonna stick with that joke, no matter what. Maybe they're just looking close at the big rigs, I don't know. 51 kilometers left, so a half hour. Half an hour to get there. You might want to start getting out the charger thing. Smooth road. This truck is very smooth. We don't have very many of those. Hit Snipe said he was gonna turn my live on a computer in the background while he's working and just leave it on for the watch hours. I appreciate that. That we have almost 700 watch hours in the last 28 days. That's mostly the lives. Here comes B-Drive. While we're in Walmart, I probably will not be speaking very much. People look at me weird when we're speaking English. I don't want anybody following us out to the truck. Weird smells in the truck, which means probably no oil burning off the engine. No gasoline smell. Maybe we should replace the shocks. Bounces a little too much. Don't come onto the highway. Don't. There's big rigs coming. Those are little living lawnmowers there. It's so weird. We still have the signal. Guys notice the hat that the National Guard had on? He kind of reminds me of the hats the police use in France. The box hat or whatever it is. It's round and just real angular. We got all the way from Tepic to Mazatlan, right? Without putting any fuel in it. So we could probably get from Mazatlan back to Tepic.
Yeah.
So we've had to fuel up in a few different vehicles after we left Tepic. Or did we not stop at Tepic? The black one? I don't know if we stopped at Tepic, but we went through Tepic in the black one. We went all the way through to the other side. We didn't know we could turn around and go back. Get on the highway again. The Fairmont had the smallest gas tank out of all of the cars. I had to fill everything over and over and over again. The V8 engine and like a 10-gallon tank. Not a good plan. You better fix yourself the next time I turn this truck back on. Past the time we can do any repairs, so however it is how it's going. Vehicles of mass destruction. Every license plate in our state starts with a V. So it's hard to be creative giving these license plates words because everyone starts with a V. The license plate on my 2005 Mustang when I bought it new was VHP, so obviously that was Virginia Highway Patrol. Civic again, like the third time. Bubba's probably asleep by now. He said he sleeps. He gets to be about 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's it. He falls asleep. I got up at 3 o'clock. I didn't get up at 0. people that live here that cross the border and really don't care what the laws are, because here there's nobody to enforce them. There's no highway patrol out here. The National Guard is busy with more important things. You drive as fast as you want, you do whatever you want, and there's no consequences.
Where are you saying the Buff is asleep?
Did he just pop in here?
Did you just say hello?
Hello, Buff. Are your ears burning? Just warm a little bit? If you need to lay down to go to sleep, by all means, Buff. We're going to be on later, too. We're going to pull into Mazatlan. We're going to go into Walmart, and then we're going to shut off the stream. Then Mrs. Peck and I are going to go find something to eat, maybe. And then when we get back on the highway, then we'll start another live. I think it's better that way. We're getting pretty close to Mazatlan. And the speed sensor was working until I put fuel in right now. Started it up, came back to this side of the highway, floored it to not get run over by a big rig, and the speedometer's bouncing all over the place again. So I don't know if the speed sensor went bad or it was unplugged or I don't know. We got that same situation back. It's not cutting out. It's not doing what it did before. Give me a break. We're almost to Mazatlan. Why do we need another toll booth?
Yeah.
There used to be like 6 toll booths here, but they just kept adding and adding and adding them.
Josh on my sauce here.
Good morning, Josh. Good to see you. Figuratively. I'm just gonna stay in the left lane. The left lane is my lane. Brakes really work good in this when you have brake fluid in it. My buddy said when he checked this thing over, there was almost no brake fluid in it when I drove it back. We didn't even think to check the brake fluid. The brake pedal felt really, really good, really solid. That's what number? Is that 257? Number should be on the side, on the back.
137.
Ooh, wonder how many times that bus has been replaced to put that number on there. That was one of the first buses they had.
Pulse is 49 degrees here and the ice is melting.
Good. We're getting close to 80 degrees here. And it's going to go up from there. Because it's only 9:49 in the morning here. Now the question always is the public accepting making the tolls, or is this a real toll booth?
Dean says your voice isn't as husky as I remember it, Music Inspector.
I'm not coughing as much, Dean. And I don't have as much phlegm in my lungs, so that helps the voice a lot. Completely neutral temperature outside. Put out my arm, I don't feel cool and I don't feel warmth. Exactly the same temperature in here as it is out there.
Bob says there's a tree line near the house. It's a low spot, like an underground creek. The water goes there.
Doesn't it freeze when it gets really cold? 191. That's correct. Is the guy selling honey?
Yes.
Anybody want any honey? Would you trust it? We have a lot more toll booths to get through. I gave you 2,500. I've already been through what, 3 of these?
How much do you want?
Do the 200. 191. Cops would flip out if you cross the border with that license frame on it that Sentra has, covering everything but the digits. They would flip out. You wouldn't make it 10 feet in the U.S. with that on there. Now I have to pass all these same people. Hyundai i10. Why is it taking so long just to take money? Hey, there's Uno Transportes. I thought he lived in Canada.
That was a Scania truck.
Not all flat nose are Scanias. There's a lot of Chinese makers here that make that same truck.
Dan says, in my country they don't have honey and they want money for drugs. Dean says he's offering a free Happy Meal for a ride.
These guys are selling stuff. We're not supposed to be here though. Technically it's illegal for them to be here. Nobody does anything about it. Again, that's my point. There's no enforcement of anything here, so that these people cross the border and do whatever they want to over there. And there's consequences over there. Toyotas heading north. Scepta, marble. So that's marble, right? I don't see any marble. We would be slipping and sliding across it right now. Two, three, four. He has 4 axles. How much did he pay? $346. Yes.
Dean says Mexican expected driving goodly. I mean, I guess so. It's just a road that is too.
because you've been speeding in that Civic. How far to Mazatlan do you know? Should be really close.
41 kilometers to the hotel.
Not going to the hotel.
Well, that's what I put as reference.
Just to the offer. Civic. You're back with a shot of sun in my eyes. That back up. The speed sensor is probably messing with it. It doesn't know how fast we're going.
Very rough.
Yes, it is. This is the bad part. When it rains out here, it just rips up the highway. They fix it, but they don't send anybody that knows what they're doing. Leg, not the next, but a little bit after that is the up and down through the hills and turning and everything. That's not going to give me good gas mileage. see some kind of sign.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. We were gone for a couple. I don't know how long, but yeah, because there was an it was asking for an update.
Stupid phones. Okay.
This is seatbelt so freaking sensitive.
Save your life. Do I get off there? Say Mazatlan Playas.
This one doesn't say.
Okay, then I won't. How much farther is the other one?
Not much farther.
Can I pass this guy?
Yeah.
Playa Cerrito says no. A little bit further. 7 kilometers to go. Lots of daytime construction today. Different places. Does he have a machete?
Yeah, they're cutting the branches and stuff.
Great, don't throw it at the truck. Hold your breath. So much for the new paint. Okay, we should be coming up next. Zona Dorada.
Yeah.
That's where all the hotels are on the beach. And this is the road that takes us there. like I said, we haven't been on this side for a long time, so they may not have an exit for it.
Not even.
Go that way if you want to take off to Durango. In your Durango.
It's gonna be the incoming exit to your right.
And that's where we would have gone if we were just bypassing Mazatlan altogether. Okay, hoteles. Can't see past this thing. Does not say Zona Dorada. But it should be the right street. If not, we have GPS to take us to the Walmart we want to go to. Pretty sure this is it though.
No, we're just going Boulevard.
This looks awfully familiar. I'm not speeding through here, even though I don't know how fast I'm going. Construction equipment on the street. We're doing some building around here. That's a tower over there, but how long has it been since they started it? A lot of projects get started here and then they just stop. They run out of money or whatever the situation. Where are they moving all this dirt? Olympus residential city. A lot of cars spilling out onto the street. We're building that too. Blue habitat balloons. I'm gonna guess all of this started building before the cartel stuff got bad here. When there was a lot more tourists, a lot more interest in this area.
Probably.
Let's see if we can figure this runabout out. Figure out this runabout. Roundabout. Roundabout. Get your little car out of my lane. I have to stop. I have to stop. More building. There's Oxxo, there's Cafeño, so Walmart is right up on the left.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Where's the penny? Oh.
So when we went to all the cars slow down for this thing here. Railroad crossing. Is anybody commenting on my commentary?
No tienen done talking about haircut.
Talking about what? Haircuts?
Haircut.
Just get a scissors. Here's the new Mazda truck right there, sitting right there at the on the end.
Off the camera, what kind of car was that in your way? The little one that was blocking the street. They used to be
That's a
car.
Volkswagen. Volkswagen it starts with a V. The mid-size.
Vento?
Vento, yeah. And that's the Fiat Insult there. There's a gas station right there. That's good. We can go out there, come around, fill up, and we can go. Actually, we're not supposed to go there, go against traffic.
Let's get started. Drive safely. Make a U-turn on Avenida Carlos Canseco.
No, I don't want to.
In 300 meters. Stay to the left to Avenida Carlos Canseco.
Here's Walmart. Where's this person visiting from? It's got a yellow plate that has to be New Mexico.
E-Fog is here.
That's New Mexico. Hey, EFOG. Why are they blocking all the parking spaces?
Maybe they're painting on them.
Whatever. We are here at Walmart.
So are you doing the live?
Dan wants to see what's in Walmart. The thing he's going to notice are the really, really high prices. They look like high prices anyway.
That is car parking? Wow.
I wouldn't call it that. Put everything on the floor, cover everything else. I don't want anybody stealing my Uncle Tony's garage hoodie. I don't know how I'm going to carry that thing.
Do you want to leave it on the arm, or do you want to get it with your hand?
Being in the arm is a lot too obvious. It's warm out here. Oh, we need the folder out of your backpack. We can't leave the paperwork in here. Ow, my neck. Ow. Well, you're gonna have to carry it if I carry that. You gotta get it off there though.
Okay, guys, hold on to your panties.
Okay,
There you go.
you carry that. All right. Okay, I knew she had the camera upside down. Anyway, guys, here's the truck. Made it, no problem. So let's see if I can do this without anybody knowing I'm doing it.
You're being very obvious, so.
Why is the camera down there instead of up here?
That's fine.
This is not at all comfortable, guys.
Or inconspicuous.
Huh?
Or inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Anda pues, adiós.
I would say tourists. We need a cart. Where are we in this? We need pretzels. We need the medicine.
What medicine?
The pills. There are a lot of tourists here. Lots of tourists. They're trying to sell televisions. Okay.
The pharmacy is in the middle, remember.
Yeah, we need the pills from there, and then we'll hit the. Then we'll hit the pretzels, and then maybe 5 muffins. My cough was just starting last time we were in this place. Most of the tourists that you see here, I'm covering up the microphone. Most of the tourists you see here actually live here. They're not just visiting. There's a lot of Americans that live here, or expats that live here. Let's find the painkillers. Go down there. Looks like they're right there. Yes, gluten-free pretzels. I have to have them. It's one of the few things I can eat on the road. Anybody want some beer? I thought you like beer. Lots of Pepto-Bismol. Where'd she go? You didn't find it? Huh? I mean, they don't have it there.
Okay, that was one.
You didn't see it.
I looked for it.
Okay, now we have to find the gluten-free stuff. It could literally be anywhere. Everybody's speaking English here. This is weird and I don't like it.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the gluten-free stuff. Going aisle by aisle. Tuna. Probably not there. Probably not there. The cookies. I don't see it. The bread. It's got to be here somewhere. Wasn't there. Candies. Wasn't there. It wouldn't be there. What would it be? I'm gonna go down here. This is the candy aisle. Candy and juice. Weird combination. But I don't see the gluten-free stuff. Huh. Pasta. Can't be there. Let me go check all the way in front. You want Mexican candy? Oh, good. Gluten-free bread? No gluten-free bread in this place. No. Huh?
They don't have them.
What do you mean they don't have them?
They don't have them.
They don't have gluten-free stuff?
They're on the. They have gluten-free stuff, but they don't have pretzels.
You found the gluten-free stuff?
Yeah.
It's not one thing, it's another, huh? Hmm? I'm pointing at the front. Here. Try to keep it off me.
Can I keep it on your butt?
That's what they like.
Not hungry. I know you're there. I know you're there. Hi, Lester. Lester's here.
Hey, Lester.
Yeah, I found the whatever stuff. The extra
Look at
stuff.
the potato chips and see if they have the gluten-free ones with that.
What?
See if they have the gluten-free pretzels or the regular ones. Gracias. Bring the potato chips.
next to the drinks. Mango. Oh, mango. Yes.
The pharmacy's right here.
I just heard someone said they would shift the aisles around, so
Where did you find the gluten-free stuff?
last aisle.
That's nice. Which one is it?
The inside. Whereas
Potato chips.
I say drinks.
Let me see bread. This is about the best I can do in this place. This is a risk of giving me a stomachache.
Go look at the chips.
Where are the chips?
Let's go look at the drinks. They should be over there. We already saw all of these aisles. Let's go look at over here.
And over here it would be?
Yeah, maybe. Why?
Her.
Why her?
It's really busy here.
What'd you find? Finding? Oh,
Well, no, but
They're all. Let's go up towards the front. Maybe they moved all the gluten-free stuff. to the front to sell it.
I want this. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. No, this.
Pizza?
This pizza.
That's a lot. That's a lot of them.
I'm not asking you to buy it. Let's go. Come on.
Where's the little potato chip bags? I have Fritos, don't I?
Yes, you do.
We're good in line here. We'll take it. All Pringles have gluten, even the regular ones.
Nomás la tapadera le quita ahora.
64 pesos. 55 pesos. Se necesita información. Introduzca efectivo. O seleccione
We're looking for more stuff, but they didn't have them.
PIN-pad para completar la transacción.
gluten-free pretzels are really good for traveling. Okay, guys, back to the truck.
Steven Andrews is here.
We're just in a Walmart right now. Keep walking. Go.
I want to record your butt.
I'm sure they don't want to see it.
I want to see it.
Pointed at female butts. They want to see that. Olive's not here, is she? So Dan, was it everything you thought it would be?
I know, but you guys are begging.
All of the what look like high prices, but they're not. Point it over there. That's the mall over there that we're gonna go to. I'm not sure if anything's open right now, but we're gonna try. Bright yellow Mercedes CLA 200. What a waste of money. Waste of money. You gonna put it back up there?
We're going to finish the live.
Okay. Hey guys, we're gonna end it right here. We'll come back after we eat something, because you do not want to see us eat or hear us or anything else. I'll probably be coughing a little bit more after I eat, because that's what happens. So we'll look for us in, I don't know, 45 minutes or so for a new one. We will be heading back out into the road. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. There you go.